Rakdos has returned to Iratus, Lord of the Undead Teamwork. Still at the very beginning of the second floor. Have not gone too super far just yet. And we are on the verge of getting our first cultist space here. Alright, they're starting to sprinkle elites into our regular fights on the floor. No big deal. This does not look too bad. All these units have sanity bars, which means they are very vulnerable to what we're trying to do. Let's upgrade our units with transmuted parts. We have yet to do this at all during the playthrough, so this will be the first time that we have tried to give our units a big upgrade here. Let's hope for some lucky pulls. We're going to do armor for armor first. 6%. Alright, so it only gets a little bit better than this as the game goes on. Fingers crossed. Let's get our units some power here. Purple.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
Every single one is so important here. Purple, 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 purple. Ah, dang it. Dust. Alright. Probably only do one or two of these.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Let's just do one. We want to have enough white parts left over, just in case one of our units dies, and we want to make a new one real quick. Blood for blood. Please, please, please. Purple. Do it. I'll take a blue. I mean, I'm rocking pretty much all whites right now, so I'll take a blue. Bones for bones. Oops. See, it didn't switch over. It did not switch over. I'm glad I caught that. Get out of here, blood. Get out of here. There we go. Please, bones. Making bones. Purple bones. I was going to say, it's just that easy. Come on. I'll take the blue. I will take the blue. We can't go too crazy because we want to keep some parts. Hearts for hearts.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
At least one purple. I need at least one purple. Come on. Dang. Alright, rags. Nope. Rags say nope. Alright. I'll take the blue, I'll take the blue. Purple.
Behold my work.
Come on. Not the greatest of luck here. We are, I mean, 6% is pretty low, let's be honest, but we got pretty lucky in the last playthrough, I guess. Dang. Alright, switch over to flesh.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Double green, and lastly, ectoplasm. At least one purple here. Come on, at least one. Oh, it hurts. I'm defeated. Alright, well, let's take what we did get. We should be using the greens as well. So, start with D. Bufferson here. I feel like you should be pretty safe from here on out, right, D. Bufferson? No random deaths for you, buddy. There we go. Did we get a armor? We did not. Did get a dust. No ectoplasm or armor. Okay. Switch over to the Terminator here. Unfortunately, nothing for you. We did get some powerful rags. Yep. Do this. Alright, so Band-Aid is actually starting to look pretty geared out. And then we really need somebody to take these bones off our hands. Who uses bones? We could use... Wow, we don't have anybody to take the bones except to upgrade Savior or to upgrade Band-Aid. Oh, we did get a blue blood, so we're going to switch that out here. Perfect. And you know what? Savior, we don't want Savior to die. We really we're putting all our eggs in this beautiful archer's basket here. So yeah, let's do it. 14 points to spend. As I pointed out last episode, every time you level up, you're going to get 2 passive points. So this is equivalent to 7 levels. That's really good what we just did for her. Let's not misspend the points. We might want a tad bit more evasion. Or sorry, my apologies, accuracy. Her accuracy is very good, don't get me wrong. But there are enemies with pretty high evasion on the floor, and 1 cost for 6 is a very good initial investment. So we'll do there. On this unit, we primarily want luck and damage. It looks like we've already given her a little bit of life. We could grab a block or a ward. Since we have this many stat points, it would be kind of nice to grab one of these right now. Do we want a block or a ward more? Dwarven tunnels. A ward will help us more against the boss of the floor. Physical attacks are a little bit less likely to hit the back line, except that crazy dwarf with a pistol, apparently. I think a ward is a little bit better in general for somebody in the back line. There we go. Just while we have the points. Only makes sense. Alright, a couple points for Debufferson. Kind of like the initiative. Just lock in him going first. As right now, there's a small chance he doesn't. A very small chance. Could eliminate that. A little bit more protection we could give him. Not much, though. Accuracy would be good as well. Tough call on this one. Let's go initiative. There we go. 5 points here. Were we saving up? No, and because I did that initiative, I can go initiative here and not feel bad about it at all. On the other hand, if I save up just a tiny bit more points, I can grab a block or a ward. Yeah, they're much less expensive for him. Sure. We'll save up. The Band-Aid does have enough to grab a block or a ward, which I absolutely will do. For Band-Aid, it's going to be... no. I kind of want to do a block because most of the time magic damage has debuffs attached to them, and he has a move that cleanses debuffs. So he's not too worried about being debuffed. He kind of likes it in a weird way. So I would say a block is a little bit more valuable. Alright. And I did do some theory crafting about how we're going to use the boiling blood. I'm very excited to bring that to you. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I was hoping for more purples in our transmuting. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. We don't have enough souls to do anything in the yard, but let's make sure that there's nothing else that we need to do in here. Good morning, Meyer. Good morning. I'm actually on schedule today, up a little bit earlier than normal, but it is good to see you. Good to hear from you, my friend. We are just about to do our very first encounter. We're just setting everything up, making sure we don't make a mistake. Get one of these beautiful undead straight murdered today. We don't want any of that, so let's see. Okay, so it looks like everything is good. Fight shouldn't be too bad, and the items we're using are the ones that we want to keep. No one-time use item to use here. And I am glad I spotted this. Looks like Ribphage has a tiny bit of damage missing. So we'll throw him in there to get healed up. Alright. First fight of the day. Cursed Kings. I got the power of Meyer Marauder in the chat room backing me up. Let's dominate. Let's not put on a bad showing for our audience here. I bring misfortune upon the lands, says the bloody band-aid. Alright, let's
Extinguish hope.
get these wards off. You guys know you're not allowed to protect yourself. Drop the note tomorrow. Alright. Who is scary? We do want to get her wards off. Yeah, better... Well, no. I think it is best to do it with the Vengeance Beam on Mr. Band-Aid. So let's use this hit to hit the front line. Double tap. Alright. Now, who is not allowed to have accuracy among these enemies here? Let's go Mr. Well, Alchemist does something to his allies sometimes. You know what? This is a pretty good use for the Dire Radiance, or the Black Radiance, I feel, to get rid of this ward, because really, nobody here needs to not hit. They're all kind of meh for their damage, so let's use this. I'm not scared. I think this guy does the most. That's kind of annoying actually. The no slacking is kind of annoying. So let's get him out of that stance. Oh, we can't. Ah, no slacking, you jerk. Whenever an ally takes targeted damage, it heals them. So I am gonna just try to do this to you. Have it fail, and then try to move you next turn. Alright. Not scared at all. Now this should trigger his ability. It didn't. Why did that not trigger his ability? Why did that not trigger his ability? Is there something that I don't understand about that? I'm gonna use Dread here.
Rage release.
Try to speed it up a little bit. Go into No Tomorrow, because that's what we do. I'm so confused. Well, either way, my confusion aside, we're going to get him out of his stance and we're going to move on with our happy lives, okay? Alright, quit your stancing, take your deeps, get cursed, join the club. There we go. Now we can Vengeance Beam. Vengeance Beam.
Antediluvian evil comes for you.
Antediluvian. What a great vocab word. Alright, we got some Insanities here. Good one for us. Good one for us. Good one for us. 3 good ones for us. 26 hit. Alright, I see you. Nice. Good betrayal. Perfect. Put a debuff on his friend. Could not have asked for more. We've got the wards on the Terminator. That's not scary at all. Should we heal Debufferson? I think we could. How much life is he missing? 21? No, I think he'll have time to heal at the end. I think he'll be able to slurp up a little bit of life at the end of all this, so we will drop him back down there. Do we use a Sorrow? I think we do. I think we use a Sorrow. Let's get rid of somebody who does some damage. I mean, these guys already have pretty powerful betrayals. You know what? Let's actually Sorrow her, because if she's the only one left, she straight runs, and I don't get any body parts, so let's make sure that don't happen.
Extinguish hope.
They get no hope. And let's hurt somebody's accuracy here. The person I don't want to hit us is going to be... This dwarf did quite a bit of damage, but this guy has a higher attack stat. 27 to 31. This guy has 16 to 18. Just on the stats alone, we're gonna do him. There we go. And yeah, like I said, I do want to get her dead. I want him to die too before his turn. And he's going next, so let's hit here. A miss. Gotta have that high accuracy. Did not matter. His heart was pounding. He knew he was dead anyway. Vengeance beam. Right? Vengeance beam? Right? Yes, vengeance beam. Like clockwork. He'll die from the damage over time. No. No, still didn't die. It's okay, he's still betraying. And now she's at 0. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. We're gonna slurp up a little bit of life for Debufferson here. Because they're all at 0. We should be able to kill them with anything we do. Can Gloomclaws kill somebody? Could kill him. There's a very slim chance of it happening, but it could kill him. These other two are out of range of the Void Claws. Unless he crits. 17% chance to do so. They've all got stress damage over time. You know what? Let's just try to be a little greedy here and get some mana back. So we're gonna move him into the position where he can use the Dark Portal and Dark Portal. Get a little bit of mana back. We did use quite a bit of mana during that fight, so we are going to hit these back too. Try to prioritize killing them. This dwarf can just sit here hitting us all day. We'll just keep restoring our life. Still no heart attacks. And we'll use Impending Misery here. Once again to try to get a heart attack. Or I could use this to remove the Doom, so his damage is not doubled, and remove the Acid Bomb. Debufferson taking double damage should be okay. I don't think that they can kill him in one round. I'm just going to do this and try to get 2 kills here.
One less annoyance in the world.
Give me one more. Yeah! Calculated. Alright. Don't hurt me too bad. You know what? I'll take it. Slurpy slurp. And can I gain some more mana from this whole situation? Probably, if I have him wait. No. I would need to move him back into the front. I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could. I'll have him wait. Try to gain a little bit more mana here.
Strength through pain.
Please kill.
Rot their flesh and their soul.
Perfect. Do I milk just a tiny bitty? No. We'll end it.
A sad display for mortal kind.
All I wanted was a purple part. That's all I wanted, game, was a purple part. You deliver it to me in this way. Cannot love this game more. 14 stat points for a purple weapon. Let's go. Let's put it into... We did already put this weapon into Debufferson, but that's no big deal. We are easily going to override that. There's other units that would like it, of course, but let's be real. We don't need Debufferson dying on us. He's so important to our to our synergies and our combos. So yeah, 2 stat points versus 14 stat points. No question about it. We're definitely dropping the weapon in. Bam. 14 stat points to spend. Alright, he did miss a couple times in that last fight. 124 accuracy is okay against everything but like the most evasive of enemies. I do want to give him more vigor. Vigor is the best stat on him. He already has high damage resistance, so you just want a lot of max life. And we are going to be trying to put a lot of survivability points first and foremost to make sure that this guy just does not die again. Especially with this, we cannot have this unit die again. I could make them take less damage from elite enemies. I mean, I guess that's really all that could kill him. Regular enemies probably can't. Is this good for him? For now. I think we will do this for now. I can always put another item there, and I'm sure I'll get many of those, so. Okay, yeah, like, I cannot have this guy die on me. Not at all. So, do we go another 5 vigor? No. I think we put some points into a mitigation stat here. Let's do an armor and a resistance. We'll balance him out a little bit. And then we'll do maybe another armor. I do want him to have more armor than resistance in general. I get a lot of mileage out of his dread as well. Let's not go totally defensive. Let's get a little bit of dread on him. There we go. Band-Aid gets a major skill upgrade here between the Clinging Wraps or the Absorb Curses. Clinging Wraps, I can make them lose 20 luck for 2 turns instead of 10 luck for 2 turns. It's a lot of luck loss. Or I can make them lose 10 luck till the end of the battle. So their luck will never return to them. This is really good against bosses. Getting a permanent debuff on there. I'm more inclined to go this route. The 20 luck just needs to be temporary. And it gives him crit, which I really like. The Absorb Curses route would allow me to gain more life, which I don't need so much. Or I can gain less, removes all buffs from enemies. Oh, so it doesn't remove my debuffs, it actually removes buffs from enemies. Which I actually feel is better than removing the debuffs from myself, in certain circumstances at least. Let's go for the wraps right now. Actually, let's think. Is there any enemies that I need to remove the buffs from? The boss of this floor, yes. The boss of this floor, if I fight the boss of this floor with the mummy, which I totally will. Mummy will be very good in that fight. They also put debuffs on me, but this is super tough. Both of these are very good. Like, there are some debuffs we get on our units that will just kill us if we don't remove them. And then there are enemies that get buffs that are so powerful, if we don't kill the enemies or remove the buff, we'll lose. So, they're both situational. Because I'm indecisive, let's go with the Clinging Wraps for now, even though I'm sure this would have been useful.
Now, prove yourself worthy of my investment.
And for the 4 points, we're really close to getting another ward. Maybe I save up for that. Yeah, your life is good and your sustain is good as well. Grim Shady got some points. Look at this laundry list of things that I can upgrade for this guy. You gotta have a set plan in mind when you're running a Shade, because there's just so many options here. Resistance, maybe. I do kind of want more evasion on this guy. Luck wouldn't be bad either, but we always end up saving. Too many options for Grim Shady, so we save. Yeah, nothing to put on him exactly either. Okay, so we ended that fight pretty well off. Ribphage healed up. Let's look at our dungeon here. Alright, we get a cultist space. This is going to be really good because I'm pretty sure... let's let's see. So Gripshady doesn't have his item. Band-Aid has his. Our Headhunter, which has yet to be named, does not have his item. Terminator has his. And King D. Bufferson does not have his item. Ribphage has his. You guys have yours. You don't have yours, which I think was pretty good. So let's take you in there. Alright, and by the logic that has been figured out from these cultist spaces, I will now get 4 minion-specific items. There they are. And let's see, who do we want? The Headhunter has a 5% chance to kill an enemy with any attack. That's pretty good. The Headhunter's not going to be doing area of effect stuff. Black Widow's attacks stack up more spider venom. That's pretty good, actually. Shade restores 25% of its attacks as health, vigor, and mana. Or sorry, vigor, mana, and wrath. The only reason I don't like this is because it only works on the Void Claws. It's the only move he has that does damage, outside of him just dodging, which does damage. This is more consistent for mana and wrath. It just doesn't heal the shade, obviously. I think there are more utility things that are better on the Headhunter than this. This only activates 5% of the time. If I'm going off of just what item is the most useful most often, it would be this is number 1, because this everything the Black Widow does applies this spider venom, and this will just increase the amount of spider venom that is applied. Secondarily would probably be this, because it's every time that D. Bufferson gets damaged. Third would be this. Doesn't happen too often for the shade. And then last would be the Contract of Blood. So based on that logic alone, I mean, we're not using Bay Ranchula too much. Bay Ranchula, I cannot believe that is her name. Y'all gotta help me name my units. I'm struggling here. Bay Ranchula. It's just echoing through my mind. Yeah, I guess it's the Venom Spikes. Yeah. I mean, it's most useful. Boop. We'll also give you a Flesh and a Heart that we just had lying around. And you have a major ability upgrade. Way to go. Way to go. Is it going to be the Silken Pull? Is it going to be... I really think that it should be the Spider Pack now. Turn it into the Spider Swarm. It'll attack 2 enemies instead of 1 and give her some accuracy. I think that's really good because now that she applies 2 stacks of spider poison, giving her a move that hits 2 people will mean that she applies 4 stacks, 2 on one and 2 on another. So that's pretty useful.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
And some points to spend here. We want to give her some mitigation for sure. Let's give her some resistance, some armor, some more armor. Yeah. We should even bring her out in the next fight, or put her in the arena to gain some levels. Let's see what we're working with here. Pretty similar team. We do have a sharpshooter here. They're pretty good at dealing with backline units. They can kind of hit anywhere, I think. Yeah, we don't want some of our units to fall super behind in levels and stuff like that. So as you can see, Band-Aid we're using all the time here as level 12. Let's change it up, and we'll use our Headhunter for the first time so you guys can kind of see how that looks. We're going to bring Savior in, of course, and Ribphage. Good team. This is a good setup right here. Ribphage needs something. Let's see. More initiative. That's really good, actually. Just 2 initiative for this 1 upgrade.
Get back to battle.
No other way to give them initiative through their upgrades either, so that's a powerful one. We will spend 3 to get a little bit more accuracy here. We cannot have them missing. Right? Yep. They're pretty hardy. 6 armor and 6 resistance off the bat. Headhunter has quite a bit of armor, no magic resistance, unfortunately. Pretty decent initiative. We want them to do a lot of damage. We're going to need to pump up their damage stat. That's just a ton of vigor for such a low cost. Gotta do that. Gotta do that. Damage. Resistance. Armor. A little bit more armor. Or a little bit more damage. A little bit more armor. This guy has no way to heal himself. Armor. Even more armor, question mark. More armor, exclamation point. And how about a name? What do you think? He's got a bunch of heads chilling that he's collected. Got some pretty shiny armor he's wearing. Butcher's Cleaver. There we go. He's the horseless headsman. Got it. And Savior didn't need anything. No. We're good there. Let's switch up our artifacts. We really don't need them to lose ward at the beginning of the fight with this team. Not necessarily. Could give my minions some resistance. Could give Iratus extra experience. Yeah, let's give Iratus extra experience.
Undead features.
And we'll also switch out the shackles for the spike bracers. Deal 15 damage every time I use a spell. Because we're not going to be trying to drive the enemies crazy. Grappling hook is still amazing, and the war drums are still amazing. And no one-time items to really use here. We have them, but we're not really a point in using them. Okay, nothing to do in the graveyard either. I think we're ready. Second fight. Let's break it. I'm not missing anything, am I? I always think I'm missing something. It's all good, Meyer. It is all good. Alright, yeah, see, we didn't have too much that we needed to remove here. We have 2 blocks here we'll have to deal with, which we will deal with right now. And then I could cast a web over everyone, causing them to be unable to move, but I don't think that's really necessary. Let's just use the spider swarm, the thing that I upgraded, to mess up their sorry, it'll apply her ability twice. It'll put 2 stacks of her spider venom on them. This would put it on everybody, but no, yeah, let's use the swarm. Blah. And as you can see, she has the spider venom. It's a spider venom power 2. Can go up to 5, and it is a debuff that makes them lose vigor and sanity every turn. It's very, very good. For her, yeah, I don't think they move around too super much, so we could buff her up. Or we could go for a crit. Yeah, let's buff her up, actually. We'll use round 1 to buff her up. I'll shoot out their eyes so that only I may look upon you. Well, that hurt, but, you know, you're going to take a huge burn for it. Now, for you guys to see what a damage Headhunter is like, we're going to use Sundering Wrath, and the enemy's going to lose all armor and resistance, so we're going to do it on him. And we're going to go... Now, normally this would move him back and cause my units to be in a weird spot. But because we have this leg cuffs, the minion cannot be moved, he's just going to sit in this position and just go do that, just attack away. We could use the Chains of Anger to do quite a bit of damage here. He's got a couple of debuffs on it. It's either that or use Mark Retribution here so that we can start getting enemies to attack her. She's the one that we want to take damage because she's the one that can heal the best. Yeah, and they have a lot of turns to go, so I think that it would be best to do this. But we could just do so much damage here. If 2 enemies hit her, this will do as much damage as Chains of Anger. So, do this. We just need 2 enemies to hit her. First one, it's almost worth the use. Now we just need 1 more enemy to hit her. Are you actually cleansing the fire off your ally? No, that didn't. It just buffed him. Alright, damage is doubled on here. That's kind of scary. This guy got buffed. Ooh, huge damage bonus. Well, that's not good. Well, I could go into the cocoon, and then he could not take damage because she would block for him, and I actually really like that because going into cocoon means that they're going to attack her, and she has the aura on, so that's super good. Do that. Bam. So that's an undodgeable attack that just made him lose all of his armor and his resistance forever. And every single turn, the Headhunter can just keep setting it up and doing it. Should we do another Seething Wrath? Could use Bounty. I'm setting up a pretty strong Rose for a Lady here as well for her. I do kind of want to use this just to get her blocked off.
There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
We do want this guy to be dead. That's for dang sure. Yeah, let's try for this kill. Now we can Rose. Nope, we don't have enough to Rose. Does he die at the beginning of his turn? He does anyway because of the damage over time from these 2. Perfect. Cool. So now let's try to stun one of these guys. If we get a crit, we'll get a good stun. Let's maybe kill her since we need her to be dead before the end of the fight. We don't want her using her buffs. Crit.
Perish.
Nice. And she's stunned. Huge critical. Alright, you gotta attack the bug cocoon. And take magic damage for it. Okay. Still not a cleanse. Gave her a block though. I see you trying to save her. Let's use the Spider Swarm since she's at full again. Nice. Here we are going to use Dual Slash, deal damage to 2 random enemies. It could miss because he has pretty bad accuracy, but it's near the end of the fight and we just want to get our damage in. Nice.
This is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like.
You tested my my awesome, cute little following thing. I wanted to change the sound on it, Stardust, but thank you so much for following me. Let's see. We will kill this guy, right? Just kill here.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Whenever I moved here, my family got me into coffee because they made me coffee every morning. So I was like, well, if it's right here, I might as well drink it. It's a sugary drink. So I didn't like it much at first, but every morning they just had coffee ready for me. I would wake up to it every morning, and I drank coffee for probably like 6 months straight. And then a morning came when I didn't have coffee, and I had such a bad headache. Like, it was insane. I'm like, is this what a caffeine headache is like? and around like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., somewhere in the afternoon, I had a cup of coffee and my headache went away immediately. I was like, well, I'm past the point of no return. Now I'm a coffee drinker. I have become a coffee drinker. Just have to do a little bit of damage before you get out of the fight, huh? That's okay, it'll only be on one of my units. 100 damage crit.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Alright, we got armored plates, reduces damage received by 10%. Not bad. Some mismatched parts there. Alright, no goodies from the graveyard, unfortunately. We're hoping to get some more parts and relics from the graveyard. We're going to go ahead and throw Ribphage into the hospital, the mortuary, as it were. And what was I doing? That was some decent experience. Oh yeah, the armor plates. Should we put those on D. Bufferson? This is what I'm thinking. So I have minus 20% damage taken from elites, and minus 10% damage taken just in general. So he would take 30% less damage from elites. Which is pretty good. He doesn't gain a lot of other good things. And I actually I might end up removing this. I'm going so far out of my way to make sure D. Bufferson never dies again. We will never have to replace this man. Alright, our first quest, I think? Nope, not our first quest. This will be our second quest at least. And who are we taking in? These guys, they're still pretty low level, so I still want to take them in. And because I don't know if there's going to be enemies that don't have a sanity bar in the fight. Wow, the Banshee's just been sitting there. Banshee hasn't been doing anything. Yeah, I kind of want to take out damage dealing units, so I can go this route. Band-Aid is the best damage dealing unit among the Cursed Kings. Is that right? Is that the best? Sure. Sure. Let's make sure our artifacts are right. Yeah, we're not trying to drive anybody crazy, so this is good. Should take a one-time use artifact. Maybe that will actually work here. No, they're all so bad. They're all really bad. Alright. Let's see what this quest has for us. Yes! Yes! I got so lucky. Alright. So, if I did not have any special units, I would just have to fight. And then, after I won the fight, I would need to fight again. It'd be 2 fights in a row. But, because I have a Headhunter and a Bride of Iratus, I could use one of the 2 of them to stop the first fight and only get the second fight. Or I can avoid the fight and have my minions be damaged heavily. So we are of course going to allow our savior to use a well-placed arrow to stop him in his tracks. Within the span of a heartbeat, your bride takes aim and pierces one of the legs with her arrow. The door fumbles and falls, just as your minions finally fall upon the workers. We only have to fight one fight now, and it's an easy one. So, let's get these blocks off, shall we?
Carve open their husks.
They hit hard. Yeah, we do. We're not going to bother buffing. We're going in. And we are going to make you sad about your armor, because you're gonna not have armor in a second here, buddy. There we go. And now we're going to get rid of this block. Alright, do your worst. Child's play. Now don't you put... Alright, this is going to double the damage she takes. Ow! 74 crit? Are you for real with me right now? Go into your cocoon. Looks like the mummy's gonna have to remove this debuff. Really glad I didn't upgrade this to only remove buffs off of enemies. Got pretty lucky on that regard. We're gonna get rid of that block.
There's no sun up in the sky.
And then
bony weather incoming.
We are going to could get a lot of damage off with a actually no, I'm gonna have to use Lung Piercer. I really want to get this crit. I have a 34% chance to do so, and if I do, I can stun the enemy. So I really need to stun, I would say, this guy. No stun. Huge damage. Now you lose all of your armor, and now we're going to work on this dude's armor. Got it. And now we're going to absorb curses, and we'll take this little doom, and we will take it away. Yeah, I'm glad I did that too, because you're just going to focus fire her, aren't you? Don't you dare, I swear to you. Oh, they're doing it to me, guys. They're stressing me out. Yeah, we put you back in the cocoon. Cannot have you up running around. Unfortunately, they switched spots, so that attack did not land where it needed to. But we will just target you here now. Wait, you. There we go. Perfect. And now we are still going to try to stun this guy. Please stun. Please stun.
Your frail bodies fail you.
Keck is correct. Keck is correct. Get stunned. We are not going to lose a unit to some silly little quest fight. So what we do now here is maybe put her in the front. She'd probably be really bad in the front. Or I can use Absorb Curses again and get rid of this Doom so that he doesn't do double damage to her. She'll be fine now that she's healing up. She'll be okay. Come forward, my child. Okay, you're just gonna switch spots with her. Sounds good. He skipped his turn. He's trying to be healed, but definitely not in time. He'll die to his attack, I think. To the Headhunter's attack. She's all fully healed. She heals quick in that cocoon. Cocoon is serious business. Alright, so now we are going to keep doing this. Smack, he lost all of his armor. So we're setting up for a good Rose for a Lady here. Let's hit her with a bounty. Collect bounty. Huge damage!
This never gets old.
Ridiculous. And we are going to make him lose some luck because the Rose for a Lady should come through for the kill. Yep. And let's see how much this is going to do. With the 10 damage that he's going to take at the beginning of his turn, should I Hail of Teeth to guarantee it? Look how healthy we ended that fight. We actually came back, guys. We actually came back. Hail of Teeth or no Hail of Teeth. Hail of Teeth or no Hail of Teeth. We didn't buff. We'll get the mana back. Okay, okay, okay. I didn't need to.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
A level 10 brain sounds good. That's the highest level brain we've gotten. It's a little bit lower than the level of our units, though, unfortunately. And then a useless item. 20 souls, though. Oh, snap. The stockpile. Look at that. Lots of common parts that we can use to push into other items. And a rare part chilling here. Or a magic part. Whatever you call it. Basic part. Okay. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, peace, peace.